Good morning folks, and welcome to another episode. Apologies, it's been a long time since we've done a video. We've just been very busy. Today is MOT day. The van is not quite 3 years old. We're doing it a few weeks early. It's covered 152,004 miles, and I thought this will make an interesting video. 152,000 miles, that's a fair distance. Let's see how it fares. EVs get bad press for longevity issues. People say, well, they're not going to last. Well, 152,000 miles is well over the average mileage for the age of the car, and it's well over the age of a car that gets scrapped in the UK as well. I think it's 111,000 if I remember correctly. I'll have to recheck that. Anyway, let's get up to the MOT station. I've checked the screen wash, I've checked the lights. I've just got to do one little task before we go. Please remember to check out our other videos and click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you get notifications each time we upload another video. That's better. Okay folks, unfortunately the first part of an MOT is quite boring. The car sat on the ramp for about 10 minutes and Jan was filling out paperwork. However, what you're seeing here is actually a pre-MOT check and not the actual MOT test. Unfortunately, the rules state that you're not allowed to disturb an MOT tester or record him whilst he's carrying out the test, which I completely understood. So we asked him if he'd do a pre-MOT that we could record, and that is what you're seeing here. Just here, Jan is checking the lights. There's a mirror placed conveniently in front of the car so you can check the headlights and indicators, the high beam and fog lights if you've got them. And there's also a mirror placed to the rear of the vehicle so we can check the rear lights. Then he's on to checking the seat belts and other interior controls, and then pops the front open and has a quick look under there. Check the 12-volt battery was bolted down. A few other reservoirs weren't hanging off, and you check the brake booster, and then onto the underneath. There's not much to see under here. It's pretty much under trade front to rear, so it was a very quick scoot from the front to the back.
Exact spec. Yeah. Delivered within a week.
36 grand for a E208.
Yeah, but top spec.
Yeah, but it's never worth that, is it?
No. So I managed to get one for 27, delivered from Manchester.
Yeah. Looking beautiful. So he's just checking the lower arms, strap rod ends, CV gaiters, all that business. Everything's all right so far. Now the problems for the MG5 are few and far between, but one of our cars that's done 15,000 miles less than this one has had 2 broken rear coil springs, so I was pleasantly surprised when we jacked this up and the rear springs were in perfect condition. This is another common problem for the MG5, and I think the weight we're carrying doesn't help, but the offside rear shock absorber is leaking slightly, not enough to fail the MOT, but I will get this replaced. Despite being grounded out a few times at various customers' premises, the underneath's still looking in pretty good condition. Onto the brake tester. Oh, hey, he's gone the wrong way, look. That was not my driving, that was the MOT tester. Now, just here, he's bringing it back into the brake rollers to carry out the brake test. Unfortunately, when he rolled it back into the rollers, there was some kind of malfunction and the system needed to be rebooted. He actually tried it twice and it didn't work, so we had to leave it for 15 minutes until the brake test could be carried out. This was just the first attempt. And with the brake tester fixed, Jan rolls the car forward and pulls the back axle into the rollers to carry out the rear beam brake test. And you can see here that there's plenty of effort from both the near side rear and the offside rear wheel. If I remember correctly, you're allowed 30% imbalance on the brakes, but I think that only applies to the front axle under certain circumstances. I'm not an MOT tester, so I don't know the exact rules. but all told it ended up with 26%. However, I don't feel any problems with the brakes on this car at all, front or rear. With the backs done, he's now manoeuvring the vehicle to bring the fronts into the rollers, and you can see that the effort's really good on the near side front and the offside front, and the imbalance at the end of the test is 16%. And as I said, the brakes are fantastic on this car. It stops really well, and it is on original discs and pads all round. Okay folks, that is it passed. So at 152,003 miles, 5 miles, I beg your pardon, it's had nothing apart from the charge flap actuator. The MOT tester actually commented on the condition of it. There's a few scrapes underneath because of where I've had to drive it at some of our customers' locations, so it's got a little bit of scrapage, but he said honestly, it's in excellent condition. So there you go, 152,000 miles and a pass. That's a win.